I wish I was coming to you guys looking just better, but I went on vacation. I'm back, and you know what? I am here to talk about the mess. This is the final end all be all, unless something just crazy, ludicrous happened. Chris Rock shows up in Jada Pinkett and Will Smith's house, guns blazing. I'm not talking about this no more. I do not care anymore. I want to give my first and last thoughts on the entire Will Smith bitch slap of Chris Rock. Chris got rocked. I want to give my thoughts, my final thoughts. This is how I feel about it. Okay, I want to start by the obvious. Like, whose side are you on? I don't think it comes in terms of sides. I don't care that Chris Rock got slapped. I don't care that Chris Rock got slapped. I feel like when you pick sides, people try to make it seem like fickle. Like, you just don't like Chris. I do not care that Chris Rock got slapped. I am not one of those people who believe violence, beating somebody's ass is just the worst sin known to mankind. Chris Rock did not get his ass beat. Like, I just don't believe that. I just do not believe that. I believe that sometimes people deserve to get clapped. Like, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And so that's where I am with it. Like, Chris Rock spoke on Jada Pinkett. If you speak on somebody and they are close enough to touch you, you get what you get. Like, stop talking about people. If you don't want someone to come whoop your ass, stop talking about that. I don't know what about that is so bizarre to people that people just can't get on board with that. Chris Rock went on stage, made a joke about Jada Pinkett without her consent. And so she's allowed to go up on stage and get slapped, or anybody is. Like, you talking about somebody, like they don't want to be talked about. They do not want to be talked about, and therefore you are getting slapped. So that's where I stand. You don't have to stand there. You do not have to stand there. I do not care that Chris Rock got slapped. I believe that his joke was tasteless. I hate the fact that when it comes to black women we like, black women we don't like, the first thing we go after is people's hair. Like, as a black woman, your hair is the first thing someone is going to attack. I sometimes feel like because niggas can't be outwardly colorist or they can't be real nasty like they used to be back in the day, they all go for hair. They all go for hair. And you know what? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you bald, you got something to say. You got braids, they got something to say. If you just wear your natural hair, they got something to say. If you got a weave, they got something to say. So you know what? Over here being the black feminist that I am, we don't talk about black women's hair. And so we don't make jokes about black women's hair. So you know what, Chris Rock? Clap. You should have got slapped harder is how I feel. Anyways, here's the thing. I don't need anyone else to hold that stance. That is a personal stance that I hold. My problem with what is going on right now, the people who don't believe Will Smith should have slapped Chris Rock, it is now turning into Will Smith is ridiculous, crazy, he's triggering, he assaulted him, it's turning into something ridiculous that it don't have to be. You can say you shouldn't slap people in public. You know, you can say that without turning it into all of that. You can have the opinion that you should not put your hands on other people without turning it into this weird, angry black man thing. Will is just in so much pain and he's just so terrible and we were all so triggered. That's my problem. That is my problem with everything that has come out. People acting like it is just this sin against humanity that Chris Rock got beat up. I want to begin by saying white folks and the people who are on Chris Rock's side are not on Chris Rock's side. That's why Chris Rock comes out as the biggest loser in here, because I promise you, Chris, they're not on your side. We should all learn from this. Black people, we should learn that if Will Smith can get these white folks acting like this, there is nothing you can do. Nothing you can do to get them not to act like this way towards you. You can literally be Will Smith has been the nicest actor in the world. White people love Will Smith. All it took is one slap for them to all of a sudden be triggered by him. He's crazy. He made women look bad. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He made women look bad. I'm offended. That's all it took was a slap. All it took was a slap to do it. So imagine your black ass. Imagine you didn't make Men in Black. You didn't make The Pursuit of Happiness. Imagine what they're going to do to you. So I hope this moment teaches everyone that respectability politics are bullshit. Eventually it stops. The minute you start to be yourself or you do something they don't approve of, it does not protect you. Respectability does not protect you. And in this game of life, life is all about protection. Protecting yourself, protecting the people that you love so that everyone lives a comfortable life. When you don't have protection, you have nothing. You have nothing. And that is what we have learned today. Respectability does not protect you. They will take it just as well as they give it. Anyway, Chris Rock, they are not on your side. What people are against is Will Smith. White people have what's the kink that white people have where they like to see black people be punished? That is white people's kink. They like to see black people be punished. They like to see black people do something that they do not approve of for no real reason. And they want you to grovel. They want you to come grovel. They want you to feel bad and they want you to be punished. They want you to always know you can be put in your place. You can be put in your place. The reason why these regular ass white people are so fucking offended because they want to feel like they, for some reason, have power over Will Smith. Even though they live in the middle of fucking suburbia, their husband is cheating on them and their kids hate them, they still have power over the biggest movie star in the world. And that's why they're so gung-ho on the Will Smith getting his comeuppance, because it's like, I have power over you, Will Smith. You're still a nigger. And so the people who are on Chris Rock's side, they do not give a fuck that Chris Rock got slapped. The people who are sitting up here pretending like, oh my God, poor Chris Rock, you were such a class act. Now imagine what they would have said if Chris Rock would have slapped them back. The narrative would have changed. Then they wouldn't have felt bad for you at all, because black people are not allowed to be human beings. Notice how when it's white people, there's always justified violence. There's always justified violence. They make jokes about beating their own wives in their comedy stand-ups. They make jokes about beating up, killing, all types of things, all types of terrible things they make jokes about. And obviously, as we see through world history, they do terrible things, but they get justifiable violence. They get to justify their violence at all. There is always a reason. And the reason is to protect white supremacy. They all have a code amongst themselves that at all costs we protect white supremacy. So when white people do something violent, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. There's always a reason that makes what they did just. Black people don't get that. Black people do not get that because they don't believe black people are fully functioning human beings. They believe they are the real human beings and the rest of us get the scraps. The rest of us are scraps of human beings, right? And so we don't get that. We don't get justifiable violence. We don't get there's a time and a place. We don't get that. You have to act a certain way at all times or you are a bad person. You are a bad person until proven otherwise. And what Will Smith has done for the past 30 years of his career is prove that he's not a bad person. But all it took is one thing for them to be like, well, guess Will Smith is this. Guess Will Smith beats his wife. Because you don't get that. You don't get the excuse. Notice how quick they are to forgive white men who do terrible things. They're quick to forgive. That's just one time. That's just justifiable violence. But look at their track record. They love to look at someone's track record. But when it comes to a black person, the one thing you do is all of you. It's all of because they don't see you as a full functioning human being. And that's why it's fuck all white people who are against the Will Smith hit, because you don't get to talk. You don't get to talk. For some reason, people think that us bringing up all the terrible things that these celebrities are doing is us like, oh my gosh, y'all just want to see people cancel. No. What we're pointing out is Jim Carrey doesn't get to fucking have an opinion on Will Smith. Whether you think what Will Smith did is good or bad, Jim Carrey doesn't get an opinion. Alec Baldwin does not get an opinion. Kathy Griffin does not get a fucking opinion. Zoe Kravitz does not get a fucking opinion. You do not get to take the moral high ground when you yourself don't live up to the things you're talking. That's why we're pointing it out. You don't get to speak. May the person who has not sinned cast the first stone. And it's none of y'all. It is none of y'all. Y'all work with rapists. Y'all work with assaulters. Where was this anger when Casey Affleck got an Academy Award? Harvey Weinstein winning Academy Awards. Where was it? It's not there because you don't go against whiteness. Everything is about protecting white supremacy. That is what it's all about. So let me not speak on this person, Russell Crowe. Let me not speak on Russell Crowe because my day might come. My day might come and I need them to protect me. Like I said, it's an agreement amongst them all that we will protect one another. And Will Smith doesn't get that. Will Smith doesn't get that protection because he's not a part of them. You are expendable. You are expendable to them. And so they feel like, white people feel like they are allowed to decide what is the ultimate sin. And they're deciding over rape, abuse, all those things. This is the ultimate. Getting bitch slapped is the ultimate, oh my gosh, I don't want to hear it. That is what they decide. And that's why it's nasty. And that's why we're going to bat so hard for Will Smith, because y'all don't have the room. Y'all don't have the room. You don't get to do this. You don't get to decide that all of a sudden Will Smith just did this unforgivable thing. And then the language. Technically, yes, Chris Rock was assaulted, but there's a reason why y'all using that word. There's a reason why y'all saying y'all were triggered. This is the reason why you're saying Will Smith was so angry, belligerent. There's a reason why you are using the words that you are using, because you know it is coded. It is coded and you know exactly what you are doing. You are fear mongering. You are trying to build people up in this fear that there are just Will Smiths walking around the world and at any moment you can get your ass clapped. Let's be clear, at any moment you can get your ass clapped, but within reason. And that is the thing. That's why the Jada Pinkett of it all is being removed from the narrative, because they want you to believe that Will Smith went on that stage and mollywopped Chris Rock for no apparent reason. He was talking shit about Jada Pinkett. He was talking about Jada Pinkett. I don't know where y'all come from, but where I come from, it really is keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Who the fuck you making jokes on? On. You get what I'm saying? And like, the Academy doesn't get to say shit to me, because what even is this culture that you go on stage and just talk shit about people? Like, I'm sorry, y'all invited this. Y'all invited this culture. And guess what? You had the right one that day. No one cares about Jada Pinkett. And that's why white women can also shut the fuck up, because it just shows you where their feminism lies. How can people like Amy Schumer, who were there, sit up there and say, I was so triggered and traumatized, when Jada Pinkett is right there dealing with alopecia, getting joked on, and there's nothing. There's no sympathy for her. Ellen DeFucking DeGeneres. How does Ellen DeGeneres get to open her fucking mouth and speak on Will Smith when she fucking has people working at her fucking job telling her that she's a piece of shit? How soon we forget? But that's excuse. Did y'all remember how Hollywood banded together to uplift Ellen DeGeneres during her fall? Do we remember? Where's that for Will Smith? Where's that? Once again, protecting white supremacy, protecting it at all costs. White women don't get to, but this just shows their feminine. They are so fucking nasty. Like, the way in which white women move throughout society, I've already told y'all, the world is against white women. I am with the world. Like, they move through society so nasty and so calculated, but then they want to be the face of movements. And it's like, this is why I don't take you seriously. This is why I do not march for you. This is why you don't stand with me, because y'all are nasty. Where is this for Jada? Where is it? Where's the call you make to Jada to make sure she's okay? Why did none of these white women who have anything to say go, I called Jada. Jada said she was okay. Now here's my opinion. The closest thing we got to that was kind of from Sophia Bush, who kind of put Jada Pinkett's feelings into all of this, but her comment was still nasty. That brings me to fuck-ass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Let the respectability politics go. In the top of the video, I explained to you where respectability politics get you fucking nowhere. They get you someplace to an extent, then you're knocked back to the very beginning. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is not even married to a black woman. So why he has an opinion on this and black women, and I don't give a fuck. The reason why, as a black person, you shouldn't, when you are a visible black person who is respected, you have a duty to stand with all black people, is because white people will use you against other black people. White people already believe black people are one big family and we're all the same. And so when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who is respected amongst white people because he is seen as a respectable black, when he comes out and says Will Smith set black people back, women back, what the fuck are you talking about, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I want to know what you're fucking talking about. What does this have to do with women? What does it have to do with women? As a woman, as a black woman myself, Will Smith, there's not anything Will Smith can do that can set me back. It simply cannot happen. It cannot happen. I do not live in the same world as Will Smith. Number one. Number two, you're doing more harm to the black community than Will Smith ever could do by slapping someone. What you are doing is showing that the higher ups in the black community are not okay with violence, and you're co-signing a racist rhetoric that all these white people are running around doing. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, let me tell you something. If there was someone, a white person, who watched the Academy Awards and saw Will Smith put them hands on Chris Rock and thought, wow, black people are so fucking disgusting, they already thought that. They are already moving through life with the idea that black people are disgusting. Whether it be flamboyant or whether it be subconscious, they're already moving through life with the idea that black people are disgusting. Black people will slap. They already believe that. And then let's say that they didn't. What does it say about the person where all it takes is one black person doing one thing for you to be like, oh, these niggas don't deserve shit. These niggas don't deserve shit. What does that say? What does that? This says that they was never in community with us. Nothing that those people have I want. I do not want to be near those people, because that's the thing. This is how I know we don't act. Our activism is not the same. I don't want to be around those people. I don't want nothing from those people. I don't want to be in community with those people. I don't want to work with them. I do not want to work with people. No, I don't want nothing from them people. And that's the difference between me and you, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't want nothing from racist white people. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. I'd rather die on my sword than take something from a racist. It's just never, and that's the difference. You still believe that we need to tap dance for white people in order for white people to respect us. It's not gonna happen. You cannot fight racism with respectability. The sheer fact that you are trying to be respectable proves that you've already lost. The minute you believe you have to act a certain way for people to respect you, you have already lost, because you are already resting on the idea that white people should not have the right to not respect you as is. You're not winning. You're not winning anything. You're not gaining. You're taking one step forward and 3 steps back. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you should be absolutely fucking ashamed of yourself for publishing that article. You should. You should, because you're unlearned. You're nasty. It was anti-black. It was anti-black women. And it's sickening. It's sickening. The idea that one black person has to speak for all black people. Imagine the burden. Maybe that's something you had to do in your day, but it's a new day, baby. It's a new day, baby. And if Will Smith can't have the protection of black people, what else will he have? You don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they'll throw you out too? That's the part that I don't understand about the respectable people. You don't think they'll throw you out too? I doubt it. Next person is Zoe Kravitz. Woo, woo, woo. Do the biracials fall? I've been telling y'all Zoe can't act. Zoe has no charisma. Zoe is floating on vibes alone. She's a pretty girl, but that's about it. That's all I've ever had for Zoe fucking Kravitz. I am so happy that people are uncovering Zoe Kravitz anti-black past. It's so funny that people say cancel culture, and us showing you what Zoe Kravitz has said proves to you that we really be letting people off the hook. We really do. Zoe Kravitz should have sat back and ate her food. Your family is a bit too fucking messy for you to be out here casting blame And once again, like I told you at the top of the video, we bring up the past to prove how these people don't have the fucking room to judge Will Smith. They do not. That's if I leave you with nothing. Hollywood is fucking disgusting. These are the last people who should be frowning their nose at a little slap. Last people, Tony Rock, you're a flop. All the nepotism in the world and you're still a flop. Do I have anything else to say? And good hair, by the way, is abysmal to black people. We will not shift the narrative that good hair was something great for the black community and black women. That documentary was a mockery of black women. It was to make fun of black women and belittle black women for their hair. Anyways, I think that is it. I am done with this. Team Will, I ain't got nothing else to say. Justice for Jada Pinkett. Love you so much. And yeah. Anybody who go against Will can go to hell, I guess. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.